So her academic details, she has completed her PhD CSE in Annamalai University. She has completed her ME CSE Arulmigu Meenachi College of Engineering in Anna University with 7.8 CGPA. She has completed his BE degree in Sudarshan Engineering College with a percentage of 72. And she has completed his schooling, higher secondary and SSLC in St. Joseph Higher Secondary School. Uh, Her work exposure details. She is having more than 10 plus years of experience in various institutions like FutureNet Technologies, Indira Gandhi College of Engineering and Technology for Women, Lord Ayyappa Institute of Engineering and Technology, Arasu Engineering College, and she was a full-time research scholar in the Department of CSE in Annamalai University. She worked as a HOD of CSE in Sasuri Engineering College for 1 year. And with this, her publications and other relevant details, she has published more than 15 papers in reputed journals. She has published 4 books. She has written book chapters, 5 book chapters. She has presented more than 9 papers in various national and international conferences. She has participated more than 85 workshops and seminars. So once again, I welcome you all. So with this, I hand over the session to Dr. Revati ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. The session to you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. So good morning, everyone. First of all, I render my thanks to the complete team of Jnanamani Engineering College, and also I give my apology because due to some network failure, I was 2 to 3 minutes late. So today's session will be role of artificial intelligence in augmented reality and virtual reality. So this is a session for today. So what I have planned is I'll just give a basic introduction of augmented reality, virtual reality, the role of AI in augmented and virtual reality, and I'll show you some hands-on session using 2 tools. So this is my plan for today's session. So anyway, I'll just share my presentation first with you. So they have given me enough introduction. So I'll directly go into the session. Fine. So artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines. The machine is going to think and act as a human being. The goal of artificial intelligence includes learning from the environment, exact reasoning and perceptions. AI is used across different industries including finance, healthcare, education, etc., etc., etc. So there are 2 types of AI, what we call it as strong AI and weak AI. So weak AI is used for doing only one single or simple task, whereas strong AI is used in multiple and complex tasks. So
complex tasks. Sorry for disturbing, ma'am.
yeah.
All the coding. Yeah. Ma'am, kindly present your screen in presentation mode, ma'am.
Sir, it is in presentation mode only. Just now I'll check it.
Presentation mode only. Just now I'll check it. Okay, ma'am.
Is it okay now? Sir, is it okay?
No, no, ma'am. Sir, is it okay? No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Sir, just a minute. Just a minute, sir.
Sir, just a minute. Just a minute, sir. Okay, ma'am.
I'll just give us a present.
And just give us a present.
Present the
Yes,
entire
ma'am.
screen.
Present the entire screen.
So now it is visible.
So now it is visible.
Sir, is it visible now?
Sir, is it visible now?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, share your screen, ma'am.
Ma'am, share your screen, ma'am. One second.
So I have given entire screen sharing option. So is my PPT visible now?
Yes, ma'am. You press F5,
Yeah,
ma'am.
fine.
F5.
I'll put
You
the
press
slideshow.
F5.
Yes, ma'am.
Press F5.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Fine,
fine. So
ma'am. Fine.
all these 4 days you were seeing the augmented reality and virtual reality, but I'll give you a basic definition and how it is related to artificial intelligence. So augmented reality is an enhanced version of real physical world that is achieved through the use of digital visual elements, sound or any other sensor simulated delivered via technologies. So augmented reality involves overlaying visual, auditory or other sensory information onto the world in order to enhance one's experience. So using virtual reality, which creates its own cyber environment, augmented reality adds to the existing world as it is. So virtual reality refers to computer generated simulation in which a person can interact with an artificial three-dimensional environments using electronic devices such as special goggles with screen or gloves fitted with the sensors. Visual reality creates an immersive artificial world that can seem quite real. It is going to represent the real world using the technology. So through virtual reality viewer, users can look up, down or any way which as if they were actually present in that environment. So virtual reality has many use cases including entertainment, gaming, acting, skills, educations or any kind of training tools. So here comes our main topic, AI in augmented reality and virtual reality. So there are many applications of artificial intelligence in augmented reality and virtual reality, but here we are going to concentrate on 6 basic elements. So first one is image or screen labeling. So it displays a label on the screen that indicate when it recognizes an item, or you can just tap to the screen placed and a textual annotation will be applied. That is, you are going to uh, name a screen, or you are going to make some digital effects on the screen, you are going to make some text animations. All those things are called as image or screen labeling. So object detection, second application of AI in AR and VR. It is used to identify, track the things within the content of an image. So each of the frame will have some live video in that you are going to recognize some object. So it is going to happen using artificial intelligence concept in virtual reality. Third one, semantic segmentation and occlusion. So it is used to recognize the objects and identify the exact which pixel that object belongs to and performs composition based on that things. Next one, pose estimation. So it is an AI model which infers the position of objects, like where hand can be fixed, or where we can move our fingers in augmented reality, etc. is called as post estimation. Next one, text recognition and translation. So text recognition and translation is nothing but an AI model detects, reads and translated the text in an image and displays the related items. Next one, audio recognition. So AI model listens to the specific words that trigger the AI effects. For example, if a user says queen means automatically your virtual crown will be appearing on that person's head. Or if you say some other things means exactly if I want to say some smiley means automatically a smiley will be applied, etc. All those things come under audio recognition. These are all the roles of artificial intelligence. If you are using any kind of gaming or if you are going to use any text animation, etc., etc., the basic of artificial intelligence must be included in augmented reality and virtual reality. So these are the applications where AI is used in AR and VR. So next one, most important, these are the applications where AI, AR and VR are used. So AI based chatbot. So now we know there are many virtual chatbots which is going to handle the end number of queries 24/7. You can ask the queries virtually and the queries are going to use to answer. So this is happening based on artificial intelligence combined with virtual reality. Next one, integration of AI and ML in healthcare. So nowadays we can know there are many kind of healthcare apps such as WebMD is available, Skin Vision is available, Sense IV is available, etc. So what it is going to do is it will virtually sense the skin and show you the output. For that, the decision is made using ML technologies. The classification is based using artificial intelligence technologies. Next one, location tracking. So it helps the user to find the exact location and precise how much time the travel will happen. So what are all the traffic in the travel? What are all the next extra ways? So it is happening using AI-based augmented realities. So next one, roadside vehicle repair. Suppose if you are going for a long drive and suddenly your car is being repaired. So you can use in many kind of apps which is going to combine the car owners, different car operators, etc. They will give you live demo sessions on how to clear your vehicle repairs. Next one, e-commerce. So when I'm using e-commerce, there is a survey which was given in 2020. 61% of customers say that they prefer retailers with augmented reality experience. They really want to touch, they really want to check how the real product will be available, the 3D view of the object, the next option, if we click what will be happening, if I move what will be happening, all these options, they want to feel it in a real manner. So after that only they are willing to buy the product. So it is happening using AI based augmented reality. Next one, as we know, many people like 3-dimensional games. So gaming remains very significant in all kind of market technologies for VR technology and appear to be praised and many more to go in the upcoming years. Next one, interior design. So many companies like Asian Paints, etc., they are also offering, they will just click your house and based on that they will give their own painting views, they will give their own sliding views, patterns, etc. You can really feel the interior design of your house and you can select what you exactly need. So this is happening using augmented reality combined with artificial intelligence. And next one, last application, banking applications. There are many banking queries which you can answer easily using augmented reality combined with artificial intelligence. So these are all the basic applications that we have seen as of now, and there are many more applications. So first thing I want to give two, as I said, I want to give you about 2 tutorials. So I'll just close my PPT. We will come to the first tutorial. So I want to show, I said every time artificial intelligence is combined with augmented reality. Artificial intelligence is combined with virtual reality. So first example, I gave you one thing, that image or screen labeling. When we are using an image or when we are using a screening, we can make text annotations. We can make image to decide which image is this. For that, we need the concept called as decision trees. Okay, so decision tree is a thing which is going to decide what kind of criteria it will come or what kind of value it will come, etc. So we must understand the basic concept of decision tree. As this session is completely based on augmented reality and virtual reality, I just want to show you some of the AI techniques which does not even use single line of coding. Usually if you want to implement this kind of thing, you will be writing many huge number of coding, but I'm going to show you two tutorials in which you does not need any kind of codings. You can just exactly execute all the algorithms or techniques or methods that you need. Okay, so first thing I want to explain about decision tree. Okay, so for that I'm going to take a database. I'll just show you the database. So I have taken these two data for you. First one is LIC database, based on which I am going to draw a decision tree. You know, decision tree is nothing but a tree combines of root, node and leaves. So this data is called as life insurance promotion data. I have named this sheet as life insurance promotion data. So I am having 5 fields in this. First one is income range of a particular person. So it contains many criteria: 40 to 50, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 30 to 40, 50 to 60, 20 to 30, like that. It contains many criteria. Next one, life insurance promotion. Whether in his life he had any promotion means it will come yes. If he does not have any promotion means it will come no. Next one, credit card insurance. Suppose if he is having credit card insurance, it will display yes. If he is not having credit card insurance, it will display no. Next one, sex of a particular person, whether he is male or female. We consider only 2 persons here. We are does not consider any kind of transgenders. Next one, age of a particular person. Again, this may be varying. So using this data, I am going to draw a decision tree which will be visually shown to you. So for that, I'm going to use a tool called as RapidMiner. So this is that tool exactly, RapidMiner. This is a free tool. You can download from Google. It will ask for your mail ID. If you give your mail ID, a confirmation mail will come. And if you give yes, you can freely download and access all kind of operators of this tool. So this window, your process looks empty. Add some data first, drag data or operators here. This complete screen is called as process window. Here we are going to design our required processes, and this place is called as repository window. Data or our process or our design, everything will be stored here. It is otherwise called as database sector area. Next one, this is operators window. From this operators only, you are going to drag the operator and use. So for all these operators, the coding are already embedded in the software. So if you just click and use the software, you can directly operate all the options of the software. Next one, this is called as parameter window. Whenever you are using a operator, every operator has different kind of parameters, different kind of operations. So whenever I am using any kind of operator, the parameter window will be automatically changed. So next one, this is process help window tab. So what it is going to do, suppose if I am new to RapidMiner and I don't know to learn anything about RapidMiner, RapidMiner helps you like a self-learning technique. So when I am using any operator, it gives me the synopsis of the operator, how to use the operator, what are all the operations that can be performed in the operator. Everything can be generated using this help window. So as I said, now I am going to draw a decision tree. So for that I am having this Excel file with me. This file name is lic.excel. So I'll just close this file, open my Rapid window. Now I am going to read, just type read Excel. This operator will be available here. Just click on it, give a drag. Okay, just click the operator, you type the operator, just click the operator and just you drag, a read Excel file will be presented in your process window. Now I have included this operator, but I have not specified from which file I should take the data. So now I am going to connect my Excel file in this operator. So for that, so see, if you see here, this an exclamation mark is available in this operator. If you can see it, an exclamation mark will be available, like here where I show you. Okay, this exclamation mark indicates that this operator needs some input, then only it can process. So for giving input, just click here. Okay, now it opens. So I have created a folder named on your college so that I can easily access data from that file. So it is actually GR Nyanamani. So I showed you this LIC file, select this file. Now I have, when I am showing the LIC file, there were many sheets available, but I am going to use life insurance promotion data. So I have to choose that sheet. Just a minute. So I am going to use life insurance promotion data. So this was the thing I am showing you, 5 labels: income range, life insurance promotion, credit card insurance, sex, age. So everything was now clearly available. So all these things I am going to use. Give the next button and wait, it will be uploading. It will take some time. Okay. So now we have to specify what kind of data type we are using. Okay. So first thing what I am going to do is, here the value varies. For example, 40 to 50, 30 to 40, 50 to 60, 20 to 30, the data varies. So it can be in the range of polynomial because the data range varies in different manner. Next one, if you see life insurance promotion, either he will be having promotion. If he had promotion, the value will be yes. If he does not have promotion, the value will be no. Next one, so what I am going to do, instead it does not have variable values, only 2 values, whether yes or no. So what I am going to do, I am going to change the type to binomial, either the value will be yes or the value will be no. Similarly, if you consider credit card insurance, there are only 2 values. If he has credit card, the value will be yes. If he does not have credit card, the value will be no. So again, it is a binomial. Change the type to binomial. Again, sex, he can be only male or female. So change the type to binomial. Now age can be integer. So you may ask a question like, why income range was a polynomial? It was also numbers, but age was integers because it is also numbers. Very simple. It has plain numbers, whereas here having range. It can be 40 to 50 means here it can be 42,850. Same. Similarly, here 40 to 50 means it can be 44,622. The value is of ranges, but here it is a direct value. So I am giving this as integer and the next this one as a polynomial. Now I have to choose one value based on which I am going to draw my decision tree. So my main aim is I am going to predict whether the candidate can be promoted or not. So what I am going to do, I am going to select this one, change the role, and here I am going to name it as a label. Why I am naming it as label is based on this, hereafter I am going to decide the decision tree or draw the decision tree. I am giving OK. So now everything is over. Just give the finish. So as of now, the exclamation mark is gone because the input required for this operator is provided. Now I am going to see the output, just how my Excel file is included. So for that, here is the out screen. From this, directly connect to the result screen. Okay, now we will see the output. To run the output or to check the output, press this blue button. This is the output because I have just included an Excel file, uploaded the data, and I am checking the result. This is the file I have included. Now we are going to make a decision based on life insurance promotion. So you just click this. Now I will draw the decision tree. Type decision. Write decision. Again click and drop. So this decision tree, again an exclamation mark is come because it needs some operator, then only it can process. So for this, I am going to pass my Excel file to this decision tree. Okay. And then the decision tree is going to draw the decision based on my required option. I'll just put an final outcome. We will just check what is happening. Just a minute. I have a specified label, but I have specified the label, but it is not taking. Just a minute, I will make it. Same option only, binomial, binomial. Age can be integer. So what I made the mistake is I gave capital label LABEL in capitals. Actually, it should be in small letters, so it showed error. Now it won't show. I'll just run and show you. A decision tree will be done. No kind of coding is actually required. Just I took an Excel file, just I combined with decision tree, and now see the output. A decision tree is drawn based on the life insurance promotion. See here. So next, age, consider the age factor, those who are greater than 44, less than 44. Then after less than 44, so what will be the sex of the person? Female, male. So if he is male, if he is having credit card insurance, if yes, no. Or the decision tree is drawn based on my life insurance promotion. Okay. So for that, as I said, no kind of coding is actually required. So based on this only, if you combine this technology with augmented reality, you can make this image or screen labeling, etc. So now I'm going to show an example for pose estimations. Okay, so pose estimations, you need to classify which place that exactly data will come. So for that technology, I am going to use here Navy based classifiers. It classifies the exact data necessary for the operation. So just I will choose new blank process. For that, here I will click create an empty process, choose blank process. A new blank window will be available. So for this Navy Blaze classification, I'm again having a data which is iris data set. I'll just open and show you the data set. Just a minute. So this is the required data set. Here I am having 4 data. Okay, this is going to classify based on a iris. I am having 4 data: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, flowers length, sepal length and width, petal length and width. Based on this, it is classified into 3 classes. First one is iris setosa. Second one is iris versicolor. Third one is iris vertis, vignesia. All these 3 will be based on the classification of the flowers: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and I'm having the classification here. So this data I'm going to use, just close it, open the RapidMiner. Again, I'm going to, it is an Excel file. You can read Excel file. Instead, you can also use, I'm already having my data here in the samples data. Iris is available. You can directly put here also. There are 2 options. First one I showed from reading from Excel file. Second one is retrieving directly. You can use this option, or instead you can use the read Excel also. Both options. For example, if you want to read Excel also, it can be, you can use. Similarly, give the, I select the iris data. Both option is available. You can use anything. For a here for the change, I am using to use retrieve iris. Now, whenever you want to use a technology of artificial intelligence, first itself I said it is going to completely learn from the environment. The more number of experience it gains, the output will be achieved can be more. So we call it as two type of data. We call it as training data and testing data. The training data value will be more, so that testing data is achieved faster. So what I am going to do, I am going to split the iris database into two categories. First category will be training data. Some data will be trained the machine, and next data will be testing data. So for that, I am going to use an operator called a split data. Okay, you just connect this one to here. Now I have to specify how much amount of data must be trained data and how much amount of data must be testing data. So just click here, a screen will be available. Click add entry. So I am going to give 70% data as training data. First entry will be training entry. Give add entry. Second entry will be testing entry. 70% data will be trained data and 30% data will be the testing data. So just give OK. Now I have splitted the database into two categories, 70% of training data and 30% of testing data. Now I am going to apply base classifier. So give Navy base classifier. Now I am going to apply a new model. Decision tree is, it just virtually gave output of tree, virtually gave a decision. But here I am going to classify a big data. So in order to classify a big data, I need a concept called as apply model, applying the data to a specific model. For that, I am going to use an operator called as apply model. Select the operator. I have to specify in the apply model how much data are the training data and how much data are the testing data. So the split data output is also given to apply model. So now I have retrieved a database, split the database into training data and testing data. After that, I have applied the classification technique. Now I have applied the classification technique. Now I'm going to just see the output. So there are two kind of output for this process. First I'm showing the first output. Please listen. Just connect the output. Okay. Now we will see what is the output. So this is the ID number generated by Bayesian classification. This is the original label. And this was the predicted label. I am going to predict using, I have applied the naive Bayes classifier and applied the model. So it predicted based on these values, that is the values of sepal length, sepal width, petal width. What it did? It applied the value and the name is generated. This has the predicted value given by this technique. Now I have got the output, that is what is the regular value, what is the predicted value based on the sepal length, sepal width, petal width. Suppose if I am having the doubt that what will be the accuracy of my product. So how much my technique is successful. For that, what I am going to do, I just close this one. I want to check how much my operator has good performance. So for that, what I am going to use, I am going to use the performance operator to check the how much my outcome has been good. So choose the performance operator. Put here, give the apply model. Now give the performance to output. Just run. So Paris Iris Setosa was 15 database. So everything 100% the database was true. Again, iris very color, all this 15 were true. One way it could not identify, the system could not identify one value, so it was 93.75. And again, iris vagina all these 14 were IDs which all the values are true. So my result is 100%. So this was the final outcome. I have executed the performance. So suppose if I'm making, like as I said, I can include in post estimation. I want to identify any particular thing, or I want to apply value some particular line after Navy based classifier. If I'm giving to virtual reality, then my outcome will be this much successful. Okay. So I have explained. Next one, I'm going to show you a real-time image classification for object detection. So for that, I'll just minimize my RapidMiner. So now I'm going to open my Anaconda Navigator. In that, I'm going to launch Orange. So Orange is also a data mining framework. So it is used to data visualize and analyze the data using expert technologies. There are large data flows and workflows in Orange. One minute, the screen is opening. So as of now in RapidMiner, I showed with Excel database. Now I will directly show with image database, how much it will be working with real-time images. So for that, I'm using Orange.
Madam, madam, madam. Madam,
Sir, wait for a minute, sir. Ma'am will talk. Yavadi ma'am?
Yeah, sorry, as I said, network is very poor today.
No problem, ma'am.
Here heavy rain and there was some flood flow. So yeah, Orange is opening. Please 2 minutes. It will open now. Yeah. So you just give an launch in your Anaconda Navigator. When you install Anaconda Navigator,
share your screen.
Yeah. 1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay.
1 minute, ma'am. Yeah, screen is shared. So in your Anaconda Navigator, Orange tutorial will be there. Orange 3 will be there. So if you give launch, a screen like this will be open. There are many screens.
Madam, one small doubt to Revati, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, actually, the entire work you are representing in Anaconda Navigator. So basically, this is a free version, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, everything free. RapidMiner is also free, sir.
Okay.
Anaconda Navigator is also free. Open source software only. You can easily download from internet.
Okay. So using the software, you can do the whatever the operations you are explaining now. We can do it.
Yes, sir. Suppose yes, sir. More than that also you can do, sir. If you need extra options also, you can even download from internet. It is also free only.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank you.
Everything is free. I'm telling everything about free software only.
Okay, madam. Okay,
So
thank
since
you.
I gave many options, many Orange has been open. Just a
Yeah,
minute.
the main problem is this, madam. Most of the participants, we are assuming that the AR or VR softwares, definitely we have to invest for that. Like that, we are in misconception.
Sir, no, sir. Many free softwares are available, sir. You should identify which are free. That's all.
Okay, madam.
So whatever I thought today is completely free.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. So if you click in Orange, it will available like this. You just close this one. Now I am going to show you real-time image operations, real-time operations of an Orange. So many Orange screen open. 1 minute, it will show some error. So only I am closing everything. Else I'll directly start. Due to network error, I was continuously clicking. So many was opened. So here I am having two types of images. First one, you see, everything will be nature images. Everything will be nature images, mountains, trees, flowers, animals, etc. This image folder I have named it as nature. Second one, urban. See, if you think everything buildings like this. So like this, I have named it as urban. So I am having two image set, nature and urban. I'm storing it in a folder called as image classification. So now what I'm going to do is, there are two windows. As I said in RapidMiner, in Orange you are having two windows. So there is left side, this window is called as canvas window, and this complete window is called as icons window. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use image analytics. So I have already used some research papers. So I'm having image analytics with me. Suppose if you are new to Orange means, you can actually add using options, add-ons, and many add-ons are available. In that you have to choose image analytics. Already I am doing some research work in this field, so I have image analytics tab with me. If you are new to the Orange, image analytics will not be there. Only data, visualize, model, evaluate, unsupervised. These 5 tabs only will be available in a normal Orange. So you have to choose this image analytics like this. If you tick and give OK, automatically image analytics tab will be added. So many options, add-ons are there, you can add. So first one, what I'm going to choose is, I'm going to import images. I'm going to import images. Just click and drag. As I said in RapidMiner, same in Orange, just click and drag. So now I have to choose from which folder I should choose the image. So for that, what I'm going to use is, I showed you 2 folders which is available in image classification. Choose that folder, select folder. It will take some time. There are totally 30 images of 2 categories, that is rural images and urban images. Just close it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select whether I have chosen the correct folder. So for that, what I'm going to do, give the image viewer, connect this import images to image viewer. And now click here, all the nature images, first folder, second folder, urban images. Everything is visible for you. For example, I zoom and show you. See, first one nature images, everything are nature images, first folder followed by second folder. So now I have uploaded the image classification. Now what I am going to do, click the data tab. Here I am going to select the data table, okay, and connect with import images. So what I am going to do, each image will have certain name, certain classification, size, width, etc. So So this was the image which had the confusion. Okay, suppose again I'm showing you. Again I'm showing you. I have imported the data. I have collected all the features of the data. So then I have embedded the data together. That is, all the two folders were embedded together into one folder, which I showed you the output. Again I'm ready to show you. And after that I'm going to use a technique called as logistic regression. So why I used logistic regression? Because it comes under only two categories, whether it can be nature image or it can be urban image. So I am using this one, logistic regression. So after that, what I did is I want to test and evaluate my complete score. So for that I used the test and score, and it combined all the embedding techniques and logistic regressions together. Finally I want to see my result. For that I used conversion matrix. When I'm using conversion matrix for urban, no issues, everything came under urban. But when it was in nature, one image was discriminatory. It could not identify. The system could not identify whether it come under nature or urban. So I am choosing this image. If I want to view which image has that conversion, for that I am using again image viewer. And if I am clicking this, that confused image comes here. Okay. So this is, we can directly use image classification using this orange. So this was my basic presentation for today. And again, I apologize, due to heavy rain in my area, there were some network issues. So often I went and came. Any queries regarding? Any queries? Could you show me?
Ma'am.
No, madam.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
No.
ma'am, you told
Yeah.
that you are going to run it, whether it is possible or.
Sir, this is the output, sir. This was the output. So see here.
No, I did not notice, madam. Oh, sorry.
Oh, here, sorry. Using this image here, you can identify which one is wrong or which one had some error.
Can you show me the output, ma'am?
Yeah, sir, sure.
So now, as you said, this is the output, right?
This is not the output. This was the error message. Output was
okay,
this
okay.
one.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
this was the output. How much
Okay.
accuracy the data was.
Okay. So they're going to predict. They're going to predict based on
We are
the.
going to classify, sir. We are going to classify which comes under nature, which comes under urban.
Okay, as per the two folders that you maintained in the disk.
Yes.
We
I
understood.
maintained. Okay, sir. I maintained two folders. So based on that, I gave. Suppose if you need more numbers also, then this value will be for two values. I use logistic regression. For if you are using more values, everything, the operator can be changed accordingly. So
Yeah,
you
madam.
can choose the operator in model and change it accordingly.
Yeah, understood, ma'am. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am, I have one query.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
So yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is the basic requirement is needed for to running the software in the computer system?
Ma'am, no basic requirement is you should install Anaconda Navigator, ma'am. It is also a free software. So from Anaconda Navigator only, I click this launch button. So if you have installed Anaconda Navigator, then you should install this Orange 3, ma'am. For running image sectors alone, image or huge number of data. When I'm running RapidMiner, it can be run up to 1,500, 3,000, 4,000 data I can run in RapidMiner. But when I'm using huge amount of data, I'm going with Orange.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
I have a query, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
whatever the output you are showing, it shows the
Yes.
confusion matrix. Does it relate to
Yes.
something like that?
Sir, no, sir. I could not get your question, sir. Can you speak loudly?
Ma'am, whatever the output you are showing here, it looks like a
Yes.
confusion matrix where you can have true positive, true negative, false negative, something like that. I think so. These are
It is because
for
so only, sir. For first in RapidMiner, I showed you the accuracy. I showed last one operator called as performance operator, which indicates the final result. So here also I am showing an image here, which indicates that the final outcome can be achieved. So you can retrieve the result only in a matrix format or in a concluded value only, sir. So after that, if you want some error or if you want to see which one is wrong means, then you should use this image viewer.
Okay, but it looks like a confusion matrix. That's why I'm
So
asking
the
you.
matrix name itself confusion matrix only, sir.
Yeah, that's
Matrix
what I'm
name.
asking.
Yeah.
That's
So
why I'm asking
this
you.
is not
It
actually
looks
confusion
like a
matrix.
confusion matrix.
No, sir. I
Okay.
will actually explain. This is the actual nature images. This side is actual. This side is predicted. Actually, I am having 15 nature images, in which 14 of original actual nature images was predicted correctly 14, but one nature image was predicted as urban. So similarly in urban, all these, there were no nature images. All 15 of urban original images was predicted as 15 predicted images. So this matrix, if you see this, this column, you can easily identify.
Okay, ma'am. No, I just want to ask you, the classification parameters are something different. We can have accuracy, measure, we can have precision, recall.
Sir, if you want
So
to, if
in
you want
that
to add
manner,
anything, sir, if you want to add anything, you can add, sir. But I took only the basic session today. If you want to add, there are many operators. You can add and check accordingly, sir. You can add many kind of operators and features can be added.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do multi, Sajeev Ram sir, you can add multi classification techniques. For that, you should apply, the model should be different. For 2 values, I applied logistic regression. If you are using multi number of values, the apply model will be something. You can use KNN or you can use SVM, etc. If you have more number of values, the model will be different and the values will be different, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Logistic regression use the binary classification.
Yes, sir.
No
Binary values. Yes, sir. Yeah, you can use also for medical image processing. For that, you best, my suggestion is you go with a support vector machine. So currently also now I'm working for how many patients of affected by coronavirus will have black fungus. I'm doing the research on that. For that, I'm using only support vector machine for predicting the result. So for medical images, you
I
go with
think
support
so.
vector
These model won't support to decom images because we require the decom pre-process images.
Sir?
This model won't support to
Sir, for
decom
that
images.
I choose direct JPEG image, sir. For that I choose image analytics. If you want that kind of image analytics, you just go with this add-ins option, add-ins, add-ons, and what kind of image you need, you can choose. Or if you want to add from more, you can go from net and add those kind of images. It will support, sir. This orange will support, sir. You can add that type of images also.
No, JPEG is okay, ma'am. Decom, that is medical images, are something different.
Yeah, medical images, if you need, you should add add-ons. For basic images, I included image analytics, sir. If you want medical images, add-ons are available. Using those add-ons, you can include medical images also.
Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Any other queries?
Ma'am, I want to ask one more thing. It's not related to this session. It was yesterday one session was happened, but due to internet issue, I was not able to ask that. If you are comfortable to answer that query, I want to ask. Yesterday, that expert has told that Google GPS is using grid technology, not this AR. So just a little explanation on that. What's the difference between grid technology and AR, basically? Because as a layman, I understand that both are same. So, hello.
Ma'am, you had some query? Tell me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to, yesterday an expert has told that there is a different, in GPS, Google GPS, we are using grid technology. And what is the difference between AR and grid technology? I just want to know about it.
Actually, I don't have that idea, ma'am. My topic is AI-based AR and VR.
Okay, okay, no issues, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Seema, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
if you don't mind, I want to give one clarification.
Yeah.
The basic terminology of grid technology, what yesterday's faculty used, it is related to the context of networks. That means you will be having so many protocols over network, like TCP/IP, whatever the networks we have. So if you want an enjoyable, seamless network across the network of networks, you will be using the grid technology.
Okay, sir.
Because Google server uses the same technology, but whereas AR and VR, of course, you know what is the definition of AR and this VR.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is related to the other domain.
Okay.
Grid technology is it is not a domain. It is related to the networks.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, thank you all. It's a time for vote of thanks. On behalf of Nanamani College of Technology, the Department of CSE from Namakkal, so we wish to express our gratitude to our honorable resource person for being with us on this session. So we can able to know to get more practical knowledge about how to use RapidMiner tool and Orange package in Anaconda software. So thank you so much, ma'am. So thank you once again for all the participants in this session. The feedback form will be posted in the chat box. Kindly fill up the feedback form. The next session will start at 11:30 a.m. Thank you.
Okay, I completely thank the complete team of Jnanamani College. Thank you for your cooperation and support. So thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.